Hello, friends, and welcome back to Figure Study, where we appreciate the form in Transformers. Today, it is time to take a look at the Shogun Megazord, although in this instance, this is actually not stock. I went ahead and got the repro label set for the Shogun Megazord because it looked like a set worth getting, and so I guess in a way, this is sort of a dual figure study and look at the repro labels set. So yeah. Now, I will say right up front, the repro label set, specifically repro labels. I know there are a couple of different places that do replacement labels for these things, but repro labels, specifically, the set mostly benefits the individual Zord modes. It does not do a ton for the combined mode. It does a little bit, but not a ton. But it's actually really cool. I actually really like how this repro label set turned out, and I like the Shogun Megazord in general. Got the, well, I suppose I should break them all down first. You got the 5 individual Zords. Each one is based off of, it's basically like with the Ninja Megazord, how you've got the wolf, frog, bear, monkey, crane, but in humanoid mode. And you can kind of tell because you've got Froghead here, and they all kind of have that sort of look to them. And I think that's cool. And I think the individual Zords also have an interesting look about them. Like, they just look very beefy and sturdy, and I like that. Incidentally, too, it's not related to the toys, but I think the combination sequence in the show for these guys is actually really awesome. But anyway, just going to go down the line, look at them all individually, combine them up, and do all that good stuff. So, here we've got the Frog or Black Zord for the Shogun Megazord, and I like it. They were a little bit more limited with this one because it's, black, and a lot of the other details are black for all of them, as you can see. So it's sort of like, it's black and silver, but everything else has black and silver on it. So I think they were a little bit limited in what they could do with this particular one, but I think they did a good job. I do think it's just funny, the sort of frog helmet, in a good way, funny in a good way. And yeah, just the overall shape is nice. It's a sturdy looking robot. A little bit on the disproportionate side from the side, where the feet seem a little too far forward and huge. But yeah, it looks good, and black and silver is a great combination. So the fact that this guy is pretty much entirely black and silver is pretty great. Now for the repro labels, there were labels for these that I didn't put on because these stickers came on this one and they were fine. Same goes for these. However, there's a sticker here for the belt, which is definitely nice. Like, that just adds a little bit more detail to that midsection there. There are labels for the shoulders, which, unfortunately, because the repro labels, they don't exactly stay down around the corners there. I was thinking I might go in with some glue, fix that up. I had to do that with a couple of these things. And then you have the, you're going to have to pop this open to better show it off, but you actually get, with the repro label, a band that goes around the forearm, which, especially in this guy's case, because of the everything is black and silver, I think that definitely helps bring a little bit more detail into the figure. Another thing that's really nice is the both black and yellow get these silver stickers that just kind of extend this silver motif from the front around to the sides a little bit, and it really helps just kind of bring it all together. It's really nice. And I do really just like the overall molding on this. Oh yeah, and there's some on the back, which I'll get to in a sec. I like the fact that you've got these shapes. There I am, hello. Where you've got the hexagon. I think that's a hexagon. Maybe. Pretty sure it's a hexagon. And Like, that motif is carried through on the chest, but it's also carried through on the arm pieces, which is really cool. And then, yeah, on the back, for the repro labels, you get some added detail, which doesn't really serve much purpose, but it does add a little bit more. So it's not just like flat black plastic on the back. Anyway, yeah, so that's the frog. I'm gonna jump to the bear since they're both basically the same figure. And as you can see, it's like the same overall shape. One thing that I do think is kind of cool is the bear actually has different shoulders than the frog. Like, these shoulders are more rounded, whereas the frog's shoulders are more squared off and angular. I think that's just nice. It helps kind of differentiate the two a little bit more. On top of course, this like M mountain whatever shape motif, which carries through from the chest to the belt to the arm pieces with the triangles there. And got the bear face, which is also really nice. Now, in terms of the repro labels, it's the same deal with black, where you have the armbands. You got these, which these I did replace because the old ones were really kind of peeling. These I just left as is. But then you get these extra little black stickers for here and up here. And I really like those. Those add just a little bit more detail that really do kind of make the look of the... Like, it just makes the figure pop more. I really do like those. They were a pain. I'm not gonna lie, they were a pain in the butt, especially these to actually apply. But I think the end result was worth it. And then you get some added stickers for the venting around the sides there. There are also everything's they don't do curves well. Some stickers on the head, like up at the top there, the back. And then also this nice gold sticker that kind of continues the headband around. And there are a couple of stickers for yellow, red, and blue that do that, and I really appreciate that. It just kind of... Like, I didn't realize how much it bothered me that the gold band for the headband just kind of stops partway through until I applied these stickers, and it's just like, oh wow, that makes a huge difference. And then also more detail on the back. More detail on the back of yellow than on black. A little bit, but yeah, it looks good. I do really... Like, I think the yellow Zord is cool on its own, but I think the repro labels really do make a difference. Now blue, one of the different shape. Now these, I thought was kind of cool with like the legs versus the arms. The legs have bulkier legs, the arms have bulkier arms. It just kind of works, and I'm a fan of big shoulder pads. And the wolf has the square, which carries through onto the arms as well. Also has the silver forearm stickers, which are nice. Now, yeah, as I said, I like the shape here. I like the fact that you've got this gray detail for the shoulders that goes all the way across. It kind of almost looks like they're wearing shoulder pads, which I think is cool. And the wolf head definitely looks like a wolf, and there you can see the gold headband sticker that goes all the way around. Still really love that they do that. And it's got this overly reflective thing here. So yeah, just nice detail all around. A little bit slimmer in the grand scheme of things than the two leg bots, but you know, that's to be expected. Also, with the repro label set, there are some black stickers that go into the thighs, which, again, massive pain in the butt to put in, but I appreciate that they're there because I think they do add some nice added visual interest to the figure. And it's hard to tell, but there are some black stickers that went right into the belt there, too. And then you also get red for the feet, and even some detail on the back. Like silver back here, some silver up here. It's a nice, you know, it's a nice look. It's funny because, like, the bigger stickers are nice, but for me, what really just sells the repro label set for me is these little added details that were just excruciatingly awful to put on, but I really, really do like what they've done to the overall figures. And now, pink, which is supposed to be white, but it's pink. Also, same overall detail as blue, same front and back stickers. Main difference being these little bits here, and also you've got a slightly different layout of thigh stickers there. Another reason why I was happy to get this set is the set I got off eBay, which is in good condition, did not have the belt label for pink, so I got to add that. Got a little bit of paint wear on mine though. And you've got the helmet, which it doesn't necessarily scream crane, but the way it's kind of designed, the sides of the helmet kind of come down like wings. You can kind of see this as a neck with like this gold bit on the front as like a beak. So it sort of works. It's not quite as anthropomorphized as the other ones, but it gets the job done. And then for the red ape, you of course have some thigh stickers there. And you got some more of those black detail stickers there, which are a huge pain to add. Also included some replacement stickers for the sides here. These, I forget what color these used to be, but these new ones are gray, which do a much better job of matching the torso here. And there's some replacements for these, but these were all in pretty good shape, so I kind of left them alone. You do get some silver for the sides, though, which serves no real purpose, but it's there. And a little bit of sticker stuff for the back, and also the continuing headband, and also earpieces. And then the shoulders, you get some new red stickers, which I swapped out for the old ones because the old ones were peeling even more than these are, and these silver bits on top. So that's the repro label stuff. Oh, and also that little black strip just above the silver part of the belt. Now, as for the figure itself, definitely, you know, it's the red one, it's the center one, it stands out from everyone. Not as big a fan of the overall shape of this guy as opposed to the other ones, because he's got these like big chunky feet, but they're like nonsensically chunky. They're just not shaped very weird, like they're shaped weird. He's got these regular looking thighs that suddenly open up like around the knee to like these enormous legs. The arms are fine. You know, torso is fine. It's mostly the legs that I have issue with. And the face is supposed to be an ape, and I guess it's an ape. It just sort of looks like a sad, wrinkly human. But it looks good. I mean, I like the paint job and everything. The sculpting is nice. And yeah, so there you've got the 5 Zords that make up the Samurai Megazord. Right? I'm already blanking. Yes. Yeah, they look good. And I do really like what the Repro Labels set has added. It was a pain in the butt to do all those the super tiny black labels, but I think it does work. It just overall adds a little bit more detail to them, which I do definitely appreciate. So, I guess it's time to get these things combined up. So here we have the Samurai Megazord, and I like this thing. I really, really like this thing. It's just like this chunky, solid bit of chunky solidness. it's neat. I don't know. I love how once everything's all transformed up, you've got like the black for the legs and the torsos kind of come together to make more like a more solid looking boot. This all folds up and combine, like it works really well. You end up with like this black in the lower half and gray in the upper half, and it's just this really interesting sort of cohesive color distribution that just, yeah, wouldn't have expected. One thing that is kind of annoying, not annoying, but bothersome slightly about this is the fact that you've got blatantly blue, blatantly pink, some red, and then barely any yellow or black in terms of like actual Zord colors, and then also just the bright white for the helmet. Whereas if you turn everything around, there you get all of the primary color stuff. And it's just like, I don't know. I mean, I don't dislike the figure because of this. It's just kind of like, you know, it's weird that the red, yellow, and black are so hidden in the overall in the combined mode, whereas like blue and pink are just blatantly on display. I don't know. It's a bit unconventional in a way that I'm not super fond of, but I don't think it like ruins anything. But yeah, so this guy is wonderfully chunky and brutish looking. Really, really like it. And I know he does have accessories, or did. I actually didn't hang on to the accessories for this guy because I feel like he's the kind of guy who looks like he could, you know, kill somebody with a punch. So I don't really feel like he needed the accessories, and also none of the accessories, save for the helmet, store in individual Zord modes. So yeah. So this is what I got. Now, in terms of the repro label stuff, almost everything that you see was visible on the individual Zords. However, there are these little black details on the underside of the flip-up chest plate, which I think are nice. Just add a little bit more visual interest to it. Just, you know, help pull out some more of that detail. You also get the new stickers for the shoulders, and these I really like. I think the sort of, I don't know if this is koi or not, but like just the much more like traditional looking fish like maybe fighting koi, I don't know, but I like that pattern. And I know this is supposedly more in keeping with the show. Even if it's not, I think this looks much nicer than the gaudy lightning bolts that came on it. Yeah, no, I mean, I like that. And then for the helmet, you get a little bit more sticker detail too, where you've got, instead of one solid piece going up here, actually I'll just take the helmet off because it's going to be easier to show off that way. You sit back here and wait your turn. So yeah. You've got, like, basically all these stickers are new. I really do like the yellow going along the edge here. It's a little bit of a pain to get it lined up and keeping it down, but I do like how that just kind of makes the edges pop a little more. And also, instead of this being a solid piece that just goes up to the neck, you have the one red dot there, and then this yellow piece that goes all the way around the neck, which is definitely better than just the one yellow piece up front and then it's just white the rest of the way around. And the face, I think the face is cool. The one thing that bothers me is because you've got this extra neck here, it kind of looks like it's given the Megazord a double chin. And it's like, I know they did that to cover up more of the ape face, but I don't know. I feel like if this had been painted like black or something like that, like just this little bit down here, it'd look more normal, less like he's got jowls. But yeah, it's a nice face. I like the black and gold on the cheeks there. The red eyes are a bit hard to make out just because of the way things are angled the lighting, but yeah, looks good. And it's like, I'm not super broken up about the helmet completely standing out, because, I mean, yeah, it totally stands out, but then the Japanese version, the pink is actually white, and then the helmet ties in a little bit better to that. But honestly, as it is, I think it's fine, because it's the helmet. You know, it's not like just some random color like off to the side that you don't see anywhere else, like here or here. But yeah, and I dig the folded origami crane look. Yeah, it's a neat Megazord. It's very simple, but it's really, really neat. And the individual Zord modes, I think, definitely benefit from these repro labels. Yeah, I really like this guy. He's chunky. He's really, really chunky. And I forget which video I was watching, but someone was talking about how he's designed to look sort of like the various parts of the individual Zords, and also the overall Samurai Megazord is designed to look like older Japanese architecture. I think there was like a specific building or buildings that they're patterned after, and I can totally see that. Like, this looks like awnings. This looks like a roof with like little windows and stuff. This looks like it could be a roof with an awning. Like, it's neat. It's like he's made out of buildings. He's made up of smaller robots, but also made up of buildings. And I think that is very cool. It's a day ending in Y, so of course I forget to record size comparisons. So, Shogun Megazord, which I believe I either have or will in the future, depending on where I insert this in the video. Shogun Megazord. I mistakenly called it the Samurai Megazord a couple of times. My bad, sorry. Anyway, Shogun Megazord's pretty big. There's Samus. And there is a Titan's Return Deluxe. It's a big boy. I mean, it's a Megazord, so of course. And yeah, it's just, he's a brick, but he's an imposing brick, and I think he's really, really neat. Like, he's not elegant in any way, and that's what I really like about this, because he doesn't, he's not elegant. He's a mess. Well, not a mess. He's just, he's chunky. It's super chunky. There's no real, there are no curves to him. It's all just straight lines and angles, and it works. And I am a fan. And I've been gushing about this for a while, so I'm going to stop. But yeah, so that has been my look at the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Samurai Megazord with repro labels. If you're interested in this guy, I'd say he's definitely worth picking up if you can track him down for a good price. I'm curious to see if they'll ever do like a legacy version. I'd be totally on board for that. But yeah, on his own, he's cool. Worth it. The repro label set, I think, is also great. And I mean, hey, if you can find this guy for, usually you can find this guy with no stickers for, cheaper than with. So if you find the guy for a really good price with none of the stickers on, you don't have to worry, because you can get the repro label set and sticker him up, and he'll look really great anyway. So yeah, and if you already have him and you're curious about getting the repro labels, I'd say go for it, because I think it just adds a lot to the individual figures, and it adds some nice, much-needed difference to the Megazord mode, specifically those shoulders and the helmet. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. As per usual, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Any combination of those three would make me a happy Rob. And remember, art and architecture is more than meets the eye.